Well, we got a situation going on right now. Number one, our hub oil is low. Number two, we got a wheel seal leak in the back. So let me remove this tire. DJ Goodwood, what up, gang? Let me remove this tire, man, and we're gonna get behind there. We're gonna remove the brakes and all that good stuff, man, and get to the seal behind. Y'all already see, I already got air applied to the system, which is going to make our brakes release. And we're gonna get to it, man. Hopefully everything's not saturated full of oil and everything like that, but we're gonna get to it, man. We're gonna pop these lug nuts off and we're gonna get to this wheel seal replacement, man. In the meantime, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. That train wreck was terrible, it was it? All right. Okay, we got all the lug nuts taken off. We're gonna get the tires off. Let's get these tires off. All right, now we can Now we can get this drum off. You already see the drum does not come off. You know what I'm saying? Just because the tire's off, we have to adjust the brakes to get the drum off. So let's do that next. I'm going to see what type of tool I need for the slack adjuster. Alright guys, this is the tool I'm gonna need for the slack adjuster. You guys see that? I'm gonna go ahead and adjust these back ones. Brakes adjusted. Now of course I gotta get a hammer and you gotta smack this drum, you know what I'm saying, to break up some of that brake dust. And let's get to that. Y'all see that one little smack? One little smack. Let's take this drum off and we'll see what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this drum. And a lot of people use a tool. I did not use a tool, man. It's free workout. You know what I'm saying? I get to it. So I'm gonna there we go. Take that heavy bad boy off of there. Let me roll the drum out of the way. Y'all see that bad boy is out of the way. Okay. So now of course, so by this being the air filtration system, I'm going to have to, we got J Nash in the building. I'm going to have to go ahead and remove this cap. I'm also going to have to turn the air off that's going to this system. If not, it's going to keep, you know what I'm saying, pushing air through there, through this inside of this hub, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. Well, let me go shut this valve off. There's a valve underneath, guys, underneath the trailer that runs through the air through here. And if I leave it on while I'm taking this hub off, it is going to leak air. So let me shut that bad boy off. And I will show you guys that valve once I get to, if you guys stay in the live, I will show you the valve at the end, what I have to turn off. I done let all my guys borrow all my gloves, used gloves. I done been letting my gloves go, guys, so I have no gloves to put on right now. And so we're gonna get to it anyway. So right now, I got a little drain bucket. Let you guys see. I got a drain bucket right there underneath. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove these bolts. I do have the air valve shut off. These size bolts is a size 13. We're going to get these bad boys off. Let's get them off. That's what I did not want right there, guys. So we're going to be dealing with that too. A broken bolt, which we did not want that. So hopefully we got enough to get it off. That's one thing does happen when we're moving these hubs. Is the broken bolt. You know what I'm saying? So we got one broken bolt, guys, that we got to take care of. And we're going to do that first. And hopefully I have enough. Okay, we got to tap this bad boy off of there. Just like that. Let that oil drain down. So I'm going to show you guys too. There's also a line inside here that you have to take off. And it is a 10 and 11. And it looks like also, guys, that I have enough room. We're going to put the torch on there and we're going to get some very good grips. And we're going to get that broken bolt off of there. But if you guys see that line right there, you want to make sure you do not pull that all the way out. You will have a serious problem. But that's the line that we have to take off right there, which is a 10 and 11. You got to hold both sides to remove it so we can take this cap off so we can get to our bolt and everything and get to our wheel seal. You know what I'm saying? So we can remove everything. So like I said, I got to take this line off. Then we got to remove this castle nut. Then of course our bearings is going to come out. Our rear bearing is going to come out and everything like that. But what I'm going to do is before I'm going to remove this line and before I remove the castle nut for the whole spindle to come off, while this thing is still intact, we're going to go ahead and heat this up to get this out of the way. There's no way, reason to move forward with the doing the wheel seal if I can't get this bolt off. Because what happens is if I can't get that out, I'm gonna have to drill it, rethread it, and maybe possibly, if worse come to worse, we're gonna need a new hub. But we are a master of our abilities. I'm very, very sure, and you know what I'm saying, that we can get that bolt out. And that's the next thing, our next move. So let me go get a 10 and 11 wrench. We're gonna remove this airline. I'm gonna get the torch over here. We're gonna heat that bolt up and we're gonna get that bad boy off. So while I'm doing that, if you're just tapping in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. I got my 10 and my 11. Let's go ahead and let's get this bad boy removed off of here. I know it's a little dark. I'm gonna try to set you guys up so you can see. I am working on getting me a different angle of a camera so I can get you guys to see all the, you know what I'm saying, basically behind the scenes of the stuff, to give you guys a little bit more good footage. So you guys see the 11 goes there and the 10 goes right up top right here. And you have to do both at the same time to get this off. So we should be here. Okay. And you already know it's righty tighty, lefty loosey. All right. And we just got to make sure that before it gets to the end, that I kind of hold this thing with my hands so I do not flip over this little bucket of oil that I have on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of hold the hubcap with like some fingers at the same time and do the wrench at the same time. Yeah, it's a hassle. You guys hear that little air hissing out? That's the excess air that's in. Oh, I just said I was not going to do that. And holding the cap, and you guys see already, I dropped the cap. So a lot of this is real messy, guys. Let's get our cap out of the way so I can put some, we're gonna put some oil dry down there in a second. Let me get my wrenches out of the way. So now I got the excess oil draining down. I have to clean up my little spill right here. We're gonna get that taken care of too. I like to clean up as I'm going along. And also right now, while this is off and while it's also dirty and we haven't, you know what I'm saying, cleaning none of this stuff up, and you do not want to get any type of debris on your bearings and stuff due to installation. So before we start going any further, we're going to scrape off our our gasket, and we also going to get some oil dry to put down over this oil on the floor. All right, I got me a little oil dry to put down. We're gonna put this little oil dry down, just a little like that, right? Just like that. We're gonna leave that over there. Okay. So now I have razor blade, and I'm going to get myself positioned right. Yeah, you guys can tell that this has actually been on here for a while. You guys can see that. So we got to definitely clean this up really good. So you're probably looking at this wheel seal's probably never been changed because the gaskets are different once you change them. They are a lot different, but we're gonna get this off of here. And of course, we're gonna put our bearings and stuff in the parts cleaner too, guys. That's why I'm doing it right now before I'm scraping all this off before I do installation. Because we do not want to have a clean bearings and all that good stuff, and then clean this, and we will be back at square one with debris on our bearings. So we don't want that. It will contaminate it. Okay. So we got that. Got majority of that off. So now, our next move is, guys, is that we're going to heat this up. And before I do that, guys, I'm really thinking about taking this off Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna remove our castle nut and take our bearing out. So when we heat this up, that we're not warping our bearings. If that makes sense to you guys. So that's definitely what we're doing next. And we are definitely also, we're going to change this. We're going to change this to a different setup because I know this locks it in place. But we're going to put a different castle nut and everything on there, guys. So this we're not putting back. This bolt, we're not putting that back on there. We're going to go with the newer style that has a locking ring. Hopefully, if I have one. So keep your hands crossed on that for me. All right. So now I gotta see. I think these bad boys just, I know it lift back. Can't remember. Uh, we're gonna just, I should be able to put the socket on there without removing those things. Thank you. There we go. So you guys seen that? So basically, every wheel seal is a little different, guys. With the castle nut and everything, you guys see these locked in levers, so you have to squeeze them, and it twists. You see it squeezes, and you twist it. You squeeze them, and you twist it. So this is actually a really good, I would say, you know what I'm saying, a way that the hub castle nut doesn't, you know what I'm saying, come off. So you guys see that? It locks in these little grooves in here, which I'm gonna show you guys after I get it off. You gotta squeeze them and you gotta twist them. You gotta squeeze them and you gotta twist them. Just like that. I kinda like this setup right here. This seems to be very safe. Drop something in the comments if you guys think this is safe as a castle nut for the hub. Like I said, they always make different ones. Each trailer sometimes have a different way of having a castle nut. So you never know what you're gonna get when you are taking everything apart. And remember, we're taking this apart to change the hub seal, and we're gonna remove this castle nut and everything, and I'm gonna put the bearing and all this stuff inside the parts cleaner, and we gotta take care of that broken bolt. Remember, guys, the broken bolt that came off. The reason why I'm taking this off and getting this out of the way, because we gotta heat that bolt up, and I don't wanna warp our bearings. You know what I'm saying? We do not want to burn our bearings or mess them up of any kind. So we're almost there. If you guys are just locking into the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. You guys see that? It got some little holes in here, and as you squeeze this, it's going from one tab to the next. Okay, so now we got that bad boy off. We can sit that right there. And next we need to get our bearing out. Where's my little friend? Here we go right here. So there we go. And we got our bearing out. We have our outer bearing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the parts cleaner. And we are going to get to our broken bolt. And lucky that it broke and we still have a lot to good off. So we're gonna get this thing real hot. I'm gonna get some very, very good vice grips to put on there, and we are going to remove that bolt right there, right? And then we can go ahead and keep our process going. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some of this oil off of here. And I still have to be careful with this line, so we're going to push it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me go and get the torch. Let me go and get the torch and the lighter, guys. Not that far away from the torch. And make sure, like I said, while I'm going ahead and grab this, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check me out. All right, guys, we got the torch and I have the vice grips right here. I apologize that it took me a little too long. Whatever, we got shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're gonna heat that bad boy up. gonna get it cherry red, and we're gonna get that thing up out of there. All right, that should be warm enough right there. Now we're gonna put these vice grips on there. In order for this to work, you gotta have some very, very good vice grips, guys. Just like that. We gotta get it a little bit more hotter. We gotta get it a little bit more hotter, guys. Okay, let's try it. I might need to go this way with it. There we go. There we go, guys. Just like that. So I just gave you guys some free game how to remove a broken bolt. This is how you remove a broken bolt, guys. Right? See? Got that bad boy up out of there. Now I keep going back and forth just like this, so we can make sure our threads is nice and clean in there when we put our new bolt. You guys see that? You guys see it? Okay. Voila. Got it out, guys. Let you guys see the threads. Threads are still good. So now we're gonna let this thing cool off a little bit. We're gonna let it get cooled off, and I can put my torch away, cut everything off, and then we're going to remove the hub so we can get to our wheel seal and get the going on it and get that thing straightened out and done, right? All right, so we letting that thing cool off. You guys see we got the my line is not damaged. We got our old oil right there. We got our old bearing and everything there. And we just gotta wait till this the spindle cools off. Actually, right now I'm gonna go get a razor blade. I'm gonna go get a razor blade, which I have right here, but I probably need to get a cleaner one. Clean some of this off. Thing is still hot. So we're gonna get this all cleaned up. Hold on. Y'all see that thing is nice and clean now, right? Yeah, Sersky. So I just got to get that off of there. And we're going to remove the old seal and stuff, man. And I'm going to get it put in the parts cleaner. So let's see. Still a little warm. There we go. Ah. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys what I do. Let me get it set up. Let me get some rags. I hope not, because I want to get on the bike today.
I see a bunch of thunder going on. Or lightning. I've seen a lot of lightning, I should say. Thunder sound. Yeah, you can ride your bike in the rain.
No.
Is that good for the motorcycles or no?
You can ride them in the rain.
Can you?
Yeah, you got to realize they clean them. And, yeah, you can ride them in the rain.
I always thought that jacks up there. Let's go shit on it.
No.
Okay.
Now I got to fuck. Ain't this the little cover cap?
Uh-huh.
That's right? Some of those I know don't come off. Did that one come off?
Yeah, that will come off. You gotta use a pie ball.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just going to come from the back and tap it. I remember one time I was going down the car and it didn't remove it. And I was like, damn. Now, guys, I gotta remove this this little plate behind here. So let's see if I can. See how the brakes are moving? So we're gonna come in between here like this, and we're gonna tap it off. See if I go from the bottom. Oh God, they don't give you a lot of room, guys. So let's go right here. She's trying to come up there. Let's try to go from the bottom. Let's try to pry against our sensor plate. There we go. Just needed something that was not going to move. You guys see that? Got that bad boy off of there. So now we're going to clean it up We got big support group in the building. All right. We got everything cleaned up. So now I'm gonna get some parts cleaner. All right, next guys. Next up, I gotta take the seal. We gotta remove this seal out of here. So I'm gonna show you guys how it goes. I'm gonna see if I get it out with my pry bar first before I go walk over to get the seal puller. So always make me a little room. Let me go get the puller. Those of you guys never seen one before, this is what a seal puller looks like. So sometimes you have to, let's see. Sometimes you gotta use both. Sometimes You have to use both. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to put some work in, I see. But don't be alarmed, because it's definitely coming out. So, we gotta see how a lot of these are different. Okay, let's get this. Okay, let's see. She's coming. Okay, let's see. There we go. It is coming. Okay. I see it is coming. You gotta see how you get it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to use both. Oh. And don't do that. Okay. Okay, what we could do, we could just come this way, like this, and then we can tap it, just like that. Just like that. All right? Guys see that? Whole seal came out. Guys see that? So I kind of like to take it off in whole. So bearing, we're gonna keep that separated. So now I gotta clean all this up. So give me 1 second. All right. So now, basically what you want to do is we got the whole assembly off. We got the wheel seal out. That seal, that's what causes it not to leak. So basically now we got to clean up these tone rings because this is what our ABS sensor rides on. So I get a wire brush and I clean them up. And then afterwards, once I get it all majority of the debris off, we use our parts cleaner, right? Flips like that.
Clean all this up because you don't want the next person to come in behind you and like, oh, you know, it has a wheel seal leak. No, the person that didn't clean the they didn't clean the wheel seal up properly. So you also want to clean up around this lip right here. That's where the wheel seal sits at. So you want to make sure that is clean. And you want to wash the whole seal, the hub down in the inside to make sure you got any debris out of there so you don't have any contamination. Okay? So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna show you guys how to inspect the bearings while that's drying. So basically you want to look at the bearings. I want to make sure nothing's worn out or anything like that, which we are looking good, right? And we can go ahead, wipe this out. Let me show you guys something. I never put a bearing in dry. You guys hear that? Never put a bearing in dry. So I got a little oil. You just want to put a little oil on your hand and you just want to go around it. Just like that. All right? And we go ahead and sit that one in there. We can go ahead and sit that in there because we have it cleaned up. Everything's cleaned up. And all that good stuff. So now guys, I gotta find the right seal, which I have two right here, which possibly can be the ones. And we're gonna do a test fit to make sure. So let me show you guys something. Let's go ahead and do a test fit. I got two seals here. Let's go ahead and that one looks okay. But let's go ahead and look at the other one. I'm gonna show you guys there's two spots that you want to double check at. Okay, this one is too big. That one is definitely too big. So the next thing where you want to check the seal is at. As long as I get some of this stuff out of my way. Okay, so the seal sits on it here. So before you go too far in installing the seal, you want to make sure, you see how that's too big? That is not it. Let's check this one. That look like our one. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to install the seal. I'm gonna get the correct seal puller. All right, this is the seal puller. The seal installer. So basically you get your seal and you want to put it on there like this. You guys see that? You guys want that on there like that, right? So now what you do is set that bad boy on there, and before you get started, make sure you got the bearing inside there. All right. So now give it a little from the top. Then you start going around in a circle, just like that. So now you tap it all the way down until it bottoms out. Just like that. And go around. Now you guys see why I put the spindle inside the drum instead of putting it on the ground, hammering the studs, the wheel studs. We're just making sure that it is even. So now you just go back and forth. Voila. We got our seal installed. And you just want to make sure so we can put them back on there if we like. Right? Double check. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, we got our seal installed. You guys see we have our seal, wheel seal is installed. You guys see that? See our bearing is moving around in a circle. You guys see as I'm rubbing my hand across, it is evenly around. That's what you want to check for also, because if not, you will have a leak. You know what I'm saying? So you see that? See that? Everything's cleaned up, right? You know, last time I was going live and I was doing the wheel seal, I actually stopped the live and told you guys to go over and subscribe to my channel, and I made a video about it. So, but this time I went here and gave you guys all that situation, man, to let y'all see what's going on. So you definitely want to rub your hand across in here, make sure you feel nothing, you know what I'm saying? No lump, no anything, because this definitely will cause another leak. And we got everything cleaned up. Everything is cleaned up. You see it? So basically that's how it goes. I just showed you guys how to install, how to remove a wheel seal. I showed you guys how to clean it up. And I also showed you guys how to install the new seal. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next live. And make sure y'all tap in with me, man. Make sure y'all turn on all post notification bells, because I will be doing a giveaway soon. And y'all already know on my giveaways, all you have to do is answers 3 questions. We might add another question on there, but more than likely it's going to be 3 questions. So make sure y'all stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Let's get it.